Hey everybody! So guess what? I saw this trailer when I did my reaction video that had no audio. I recorded the entire reaction video and went off on stuff and talked about things, and then I went to go edit it and there's no sound. So I had technical difficulties and I have to re-film it. So this is not my actual reaction. This is going to be a recreation of my a re-reaction of the Infinity War first look for Avengers. And then we'll talk about some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about afterwards. But yeah, let's check it out and then we'll discuss it.
Before creation itself, there were 6 singularities.
6.
Forged into infinity stones.
There's 5. We haven't seen the 6th one yet. Day 1 of filming. That is a huge set, even though there's a lot of green screen. Yay!
It's actually pretty unbelievable. Day 1 of what promises to be a year of fun-filled lensing.
I remember actually going to see the first Avengers with one of my best mates from home, and I'd never have dreamed that I'd ever be in one of these movies, let alone playing Spider-Man. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
So lucky, dude. It's awesome to see all 3 of them together. That's great.
What we always try to do at Marvel Studios is we're building a cinematic universe, is look at the big picture. How can things relate across movies and across years?
You've had 10 years to set up for this.
The culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe as started in May of 2008 with the release of Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And it really is an unprecedented culmination of a series of films interlinked together, which at the time had never been done before. And for us, the important
And the only people that have actually done it right,
we know they're going to face,
for the most part.
We've been setting that up since Avengers 1. How do you do that in a way that is unexpected, that pits the Avengers against somebody who's more powerful than anyone they've faced, and yet make them completely unprepared to face him? Well, tear them apart, which is why we did Civil War before Infinity War.
Yes, very smart.
Conceiving and executing Civil War, the end of that movie was very much a setup.
Yay, Russo
We
brothers.
always had the sense of that.
I'm glad they're doing Infinity War.
Tony is not talking to Steve. The Avengers are basically a name with nobody in it. The world is vulnerable.
Tony senses this greater threat approaching, and so he is doing everything in his power to keep the Earth safe.
Thanos shows us why he's the biggest, the best, the baddest villain that we've ever had, and the most frightening
And he's
villain that the
purple.
Avengers have ever faced.
The most exciting part is the incredible roster of well-developed characters, and it's going to create a really combustible, exciting, massive-scale adventure.
You know that we're onto something within the studio when we hit upon an idea or we see a piece of concept art and all of us in the room go, this is cool. And in Avengers Infinity War, the Avengers will meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah! I like that picture. That's an awesome picture.
Because of what Marvel is, because of what they have done over the last 10 years, these next
I want that picture as a poster on my wall.
has ever seen on film before.
Dun dun dun. Yes. Okay, so one of the things that I had said on the reaction review I did that did not have audio is I was really happy that the Russo brothers are doing it. Joss Whedon is great with multiple characters, but I think he was getting spread too thin and the stress was too high. So having 2 directors that can communicate like brothers, and they obviously have proven themselves with Civil War, is there's more of them to be spread out so that they can handle all the problems that come with a huge cast in a huge movie like this. So I'm really happy that the Russo brothers are doing it. And I trust them. Especially after seeing Winter Soldier and Civil War, I really do trust them. I know that they know what they're doing. And if you haven't seen the Screen Junkies Honest trailer for Winter Soldier, I'll have a link to this video in the description below as well as this video. But they had one where they brought in the Russo brothers and they watched the Honest trailer for Winter Soldier with the writers of Honest trailer, and they discussed it all. And one of the things they pointed out in that video, which is great, so go check it out, it's in the description, is that when they're in the writing room, they do what they call honest trailer proofing the script. So they go through the script to be like, okay, what can these guys nitpick? What would they talk about in an honest trailer? And, you know, that's awesome for Screen Junkies. It means they're influencing movies for the positive. But it also means that they care about the script. They're not just going to rush into production without a script, which is the big problem that DC is having. And that's why the DC movies aren't working as well. It's not like the MCU movies are all amazing. There's some rough spots in there, but for the most part, they did a good job of building up these characters over the past 10 years, and it's going to culminate into this movie. And this movie is going to give us an experience that we've never had before, of having that kind of backstory and build up. Most studios don't want to do that. They just want this movie next year. They don't want to spend the 10 years to build up to it. So I'm excited. It's awesome to see, you know, Star-Lord, Spider-Man, and Iron Man on the same set in the same scene together. It's crazy to me. It seems weird, but awesome. And I want that artwork of Rocket with Thor. That I want that on my wall. That looked good. So yeah, I don't think we'll get much of anything else from Avengers until maybe Christmas, because they're going to be spending the next year filming all of this, and then they start post-production, and the movie I think is coming out summer of next year. So we probably won't have any more footage or teasers or anything until closer to Christmas time. So we gotta wait. This will have to keep us going until then, but at least we know it's happening. And we know that Star-Lord's in it. We know that the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it. That's the best way of giving proof. But what do you guys think? You excited for Infinity Wars? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video.